Hello and welcome back. In this video, we'll be doing our first project, concert ticket. First, we'll start with the background image. So that's the first thing that I always do in creating a design. So let's create a new document right here. Since this file is going to be printed, so let's make a print file. I'll use inches. Normal would be 5.5 width and 2 inches for height. And then let's select the portrait right here, and then the resolution should be 300, and then white background. So let's create a new document right here. This will be our canvas, and then let's drop some guides. You can right click here if you want to see the pixels, inches, centimeters. I will use the inches right here, and then just click and drag. So this will be the if you don't see it, you can go to view and click on rulers or control R. Alright, then drop another guide right here. I'm gonna put some guides on the edges of my canvas, and finally right here, because we'll be adding a bleed area. Alright, so I want to remember that. So let's go to image, canvas, and then make sure you select the relative. I'm gonna type 0.125. This is in inches, 0.125, and make sure you click on relative so it will add up on the edges. And then we can change the color. Let's say this one, and then click on OK right there. That will be our bleed area. Alright, but don't worry, it won't see it when you print the design. It's just a simple guide for us. And then we can lock this guide right here, so we won't able to accidentally move the rulers or the guides. And then for the dash line, usually should be at least 1/4 of the size of your canvas. Let's create a new guide right here, and then on vertical, just type the position 4.1, click on OK right there. So that will be the area where the ticket collector will tear up the ticket and get it. Alright, now let's drop some images. So I'm gonna put it here on new window right here, new tab, unlock that lock layer, so we can drop it here. And then much better if you it's bigger than on your canvas. Always because when you print the design, it will have a white part if it's not over on the bleed area. So that's why it's better if you make a design beyond on the bleed area. Alright, so this one looks fine for me. Now there's some excess part here that I want to hide, so we can create a layer mask right here. So make sure you select that right layer, click on this layer mask, and then you will see a white part right there. And then your foreground and background color will be black and white. Black means it will hide, and white, it means it will show. So I'm gonna draw a rectangle marquee tool right here, because I want to hide that area right there. And then just press Alt and backspace to fill that foreground color on your layer mask. Alright, now let's close that one. Alright, so next let's create a rectangle tool. I'm gonna draw a rectangle right here for our ticket details. I'm gonna put a background of a guy, another image, and then the color 65001. And then we can just get an image of a guy. Right, this one also available from pixabay.com. It's a free. Just click on this one. I'm gonna drop it here. Obviously it's quite big, so let's press Ctrl T and scale it down. I'm holding my shift key while scaling it down. Not too small. At least something that bigger than the rectangle that we created. This we are going to clip the that's why we created the rectangle, and we're going to clip our image there. And when it's fine, we can let's see, hold your alt and then click on these two layers right there, or you can right click and create clipping mask right there. Now it will clip on the rectangle that we created. So that will be our background. We can make this bigger. Ctrl T again, this rectangle. Something beyond on our guide that we created. Just remember that that guide would be the size of our canvas, and we can hide that guide if it's kind of annoying to you. Press Ctrl and semicolon to hide that guides. Get your pen tool and then just click once and then another one here. There should be no fill. Let's see, 5 pixels. Make it dash line. Make it a white color right there. Now let's see. Let's make it 7 pixels. That seems fine to me. And when you are done with that, it's about time to lower down the opacity. But let's first let me Control T this one, and then I'm gonna cover up the magenta color to hide that right there. Alright. Now when you're done with that, we can make this image lower down the opacity, so we can see the red color on the background right there. And then just drag it to the left side, lower down the opacity of that image. This image will make a nice background right there. Let's see what we have on the original one. Oh, it's only 25. We can change that. Let's match this one. Let's make it 25% on the opacity. Alright. So next, let's start adding some text. The Rock Nation. So the color is F9CC16 for the yellow. I'm gonna click. The font is Y Adermo. Rock Nation 6 right there. Let's make this 34 points. I'm gonna put it right here. Now we can adjust the tracking. Alright. You can open your character panel right here. For the tracking, we can just input 105 or let's see, 25. Right, seems 25 would be fine with me. 25 points. Okay, and then click on that check mark to commit the text. And we can add the underline thing here on our text using a rectangle tool. about this size. Also make it yellow. I like this color combination with the yellow to a black background or something like that. So a good combination. And I just duplicated right here, and then Control T to resize that rectangle. Then you can adjust it using your keyboard arrows left or right. Then again, duplicate it. Control J on your keyboard, or you can just hold your Alt and then drag. Alright. Now we can clean up these layers. Group it, Control G. And then let's type our name, Rock Nation 6. Alright. And then for the image, click on adjustment layer, click on levels. And then on this slider on the left side, I'm gonna drag it to the right side. As you can see, it darkens the dark part. And then on the right side, it will lighten up the highlights or the white part. Alright. So that's how I adjust it. And then later we'll be adding some adjustment layer right there. You can just duplicate this Rock Nation 6, Control J to duplicate that layer, and then let's drag this to the right side of our design, where we'll be adding the details. I'm gonna press enter on the nation to make it 3 lines right there, and then let's make this smaller, like 23 points. And then the leading, the spacing between the first line and the second line, you can open your character panel on the window. I'm gonna put it right here on the leading. I'm gonna just press my keyboard arrows. 10 points seems fine. Also this one should be a little bigger, 42 points. Click on that check mark to commit the text. Alright, I'm gonna put it back here, and that's it for this first video. In the coming video, we'll be adding some details and styles, so make sure you clean up your layers and save this file. See you in the next video.